Okay guys, we've just done the section using lists and fors. Now we're going to look at a different type of loop, another way of making a program repeat the same commands. Um, the situation we've got is a, a type of loop where rather than actually going through and doing the same thing for a fixed number of times or for every item in a list, uh, we've got to a system where it will wait for some condition to change. And what we're actually saying in this is, whilst this statement is true, keep doing these commands. Now, the advantage for them is, if we were to consider these two robots, the first one, its job says, I want you to move forward 100 steps, and that's counted in millimeters, so it moves forward 10 millimeters each time. The second robot uses a while loop, and it says, while it reads the distance to the end by some sensor, as long as that's bigger than 10 steps, it will keep moving forward. So why are these two different? Well, they're different because if the first one goes, he will fall off the end. The second one keeps moving forward until it gets to the end of the table, and then it will stop. So this protects itself. It doesn't go and do something silly. The way we use for loops, there are two basic ways of using while loops. I can just pull up the screen. So what we've got is a couple of situations where, say I wanted to count in twos. So let's take a number. So we're going to have a number starting at 0. This is a bit like this is actually would be a for loop, what I'm actually typing. But what we have is we have the loop saying while the number is less than 20, and just like other group commands and loops, it says there's a possible set of commands following, so it has a colon. So while the number is less than 20, print a dot, and we need to increase the number. No, I didn't put the indentation in. Print a dot. I forgot to indent my command. And then if I just do that, it will keep printing out dot, 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 dot forever. I need to allow the number to change. If I didn't change that number there, it would have looped forever. So there we are, I've got 20 dots here coming down the side. So this keeps going as long as the number is less than 20, keep printing out a number. If I hadn't done that increase, it would continue forever, and that's got a problem. The sorts of things we can do is, I could do while, so let's take a text, so input text is nothing. I need to often initialize the variable to have something. So while text, and just like if statements, we're using the same sort of values. So that one says is not. Whilst the text is not Q, keep asking the user for some more text. So ask for the text equals input guess a letter. Now this can be useful in this environment to make sure that I'm putting in some valid values. So guess a letter, and I put in A, B, C, E. Now the whole point about a while loop is it keeps going until that condition is now not met. So this is text is not Q. When text equals Q, this becomes false, and the loop ends. The last use of this while is something that's called a repeat until. And what you actually have is you have a repeat true, and then at the time I want to, so I'm going to refactor this code so it does a different version of the same thing. So we start with text is nothing again. and if I do while true, this will end for loop forever. Let's set the text from the user. And this time we change the way around it's written. This is a format that's called repeat until. So while true, and the repeat until part is if text is, remember double equals for asking the question, is it? If text equals q, until q. And then to get out of the loop, we type break. So the command break will end that loop. So guess a letter, again we've got A, B, C, U, T, and then when we get to Q, it now exits. Useful for checking that the user has entered something valid before we go on. Okay, so there you are, that's your code. Go and do the worksheet and try and write some programs.